what's up everyone? It's Sierra and welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another apartment renovation speed build. So today we are in the world of San Myshuno, and this is a very awkwardly shaped apartment. I am not gonna lie. I did use a little bit of platform work just in the bedrooms, and I did use some like lighter flooring in here because I wanted to use lighter countertops and also lighter cabinetry in here, just because it's such a small space. I didn't want it to feel like the walls and stuff are coming in on you in this apartment, especially because this is definitely an eclectic apartment. There is so much clutter in here. As you can see, I went through and sized so much stuff down, did a lot of moving around. I just grabbed whatever I could. I kind of wanted to limit like the packs that I was using, but then I slowly realized that that is just not going to happen because I need to use just everything I can in here to make this just really eclectic, very cluttered, if that makes sense. But I did make sure to not use any custom content in here for you guys. So when you download it from the gallery, there won't be any issues. And also, I love these jars that we got from the the country living kit. I love sizing them down and putting them on top of my fridges. Even like the little bread box that we got is so cute. And of course, that little like casserole dish thing, that is one of my favorite things to put in, like when I'm using like the open counters. I love placing those like in the little slot shelvings. But like I said, I just went through and I put in so much clutter in this apartment. I used so many packs, and I kind of apologize for that. But I did remember to leave a counter open. So when you download this, your Sims can still cook on the countertops and whatever they need to do in here. I know sometimes I go a little bit crazy and I'll forget to leave a counter open, but I did not do this time. And I remembered to add a trash can. But I really didn't want a dining room in here, so I kind of just left like a little area open right across from the kitchen. You guys probably noticed I used like the tool mod to add some extra windows and move a bunch of stuff around, just to kind of like maximize the lighting and stuff in here, just so it didn't feel like so dark. And moving into the living room, I went through so much of like the wall decorations, debug stuff, because I just was not sure what I wanted to put up here. We have so much cool wall decor that I just ended up picking like some of my favorites, which is like the wicker shelving and the stuff that you get from the knitting pack. I also put up that cute little like neon cupcake sign because I never really use like the neon signs at all. So I was like, I'm definitely using these in this build today. But I used a lot of stuff from Dream Home Decorator, if you guys can't tell, like when it comes to like the chairs and the sofas. And the clutter kit I really maximized, along with the high school pack, like with the bookshelf. I ended up swapping that out. I know I had the like little side end table from Jungle Adventure, but I just was not feeling it. I know it kind of maybe fit better, but I was like, there's so much more clutter on the bookshelf, and it kind of just like fits. At least I thought it fit better in here. And then I just went through, added a bunch more clutter items like on the bookshelf, because you can usually like move stuff around and be able to really just maximize that space on top of it. But for this wall, I did not want to leave it empty. I wanted to put as much as I could on here. So it took me like an hour just to kind of go through everything and figure out what I really wanted in like placement. But I used the stuff from the clutter kit, like that little, I don't know, was that little like fishing line hook thing? And then I usually don't leave the bathroom builds in, but I wanted you guys to kind of see like what I did with the bathroom instead of just kind of throwing in like a photos at the very end like I kind of do sometimes for you guys. I don't enjoy like the bathroom builds, and they're not fun to watch. At least I don't think they are. So I usually kind of cut some of that out. But I wanted you guys just to kind of see how I did like my clutter placement and everything. I put some really cool shelving in here that we got from Snowy Escape. And I used a lot of the base game clutter. I kind of tried to maximize that as much as possible, just to kind of fill up like the shelving in there. And then, of course, I love like this little thing we got from Nifty Knitting. It's like the little cart with all like your little knitting utensils and stuff. So I had to add that in here. And then, of course, I had to add in like the little, the little like blanket thing we got from the high school years pack. And then I kind of just went in and added a bunch more clutter onto the bookshelves, which was probably a little unnecessary since we already have so many like books and stuff on here. But I just felt like it needed just a little bit more extra-ness to it. And if you guys are wondering, that lamp that I use, that is from the Werewolves pack. Like I said, I use so many packs in here. But moving into the bedroom, I kind of at first didn't want to use a half wall, but I ended up just kind of working out in the end using it. I ended up changing out that wallpaper. I know it's kind of like crazy looking. As soon as I started putting up these fairy lights, I decided it was just not working out for us, and we really needed to kind of just change it up a little bit. And the bed too, we ended up changing the color out from like that lightish white gray tones. We end up changing it out to be like more of a darker green color. And like I said, I wanted to make this like a little office space, reading nook area. And I kind of just like went crazy with the clutter in here. I used like these like, what are they? Like the little square things, like, I don't know, from the high school years pack. They're like to put clutter and stuff on like that. I used that. And then I also use like the pop cart from high school years because I ended up putting some clutter on top of that as well. Also, using these like little shelving cubes when you have platforms, it really messes with you. It just makes things kind of difficult sometimes. So it took me a minute to just kind of mess with everything and kind of get it to look how I wanted and just kind of get everything situated so it's looks kind of cohesive, but it still looks like a cluttered mess, if that makes sense. But I kind of really went through, this took me like an hour just to kind of go through like all the clutter stuff, debug everything to kind of figure out like what I really wanted to add into like this office area space. I just kind of added whatever I felt like adding for clutter. A lot of stuff in the knitting pack. I took some of like the kids' toys and I sized them down to kind of make them look like little trinkets that this sim has collected. Like I said, this is an eclectic apartment. So everything just kind of needed to be everywhere on this desk. And I usually don't use those like little CDs that we got with, I think it's like the Parenthood pack or like the kids pack that we got. I usually don't use those, but I end up putting them in And then I threw in these pillows from the little campers kit. I thought they were so cute and they just kind of fit in here. I really enjoyed, honestly, doing this like area in this apartment. It looks so cozy, even though there's like so much clutter in here. It still looks cozy and kind of like inviting, I guess you can say that. It kind of looks inviting. I don't know. But like I said, we changed out the color for the bed, and then I didn't know what I wanted to do for like the rugs, because I have so much like going on with like colors and textures and stuff like that. I kind of wanted to just make it like a neutral, like beige color. I know beige isn't like the greatest color to use, but it's like that wicker kind of like rug-ish thing that came with laundry day. So I kind of felt like it fit in pretty good. And the cork board, like dry erase board combo, that is from, I can't think, it's the college pack or whatever you want to call it. And then university, sorry. And then I put in the neon signs too, because I wanted them to fit in somewhere in here in this build. So I was like, you know what? I have to add some more neon signs. I never use them. And I was like, you know what? This is an eclectic apartment build. It's going to be so perfect for in here. So I just made them work. I threw them in and I am so happy that I did. And then for like this spacing like by the bed, I really wanted to just like put some shoes down and then just some like little extra clutter around on the floors in here. I kind of really wanted this to look lived in as well, not just like someone who collects a lot of stuff. I wanted to make it seem like this is just like really well lived in. And of course I had to put in a bunch of plants because that is just something that I always do. I love adding as like many plants as possible when it is appropriate, of course. And I figured, you know what? This like little ledge up here is looking pretty empty and pretty just plain. So we're adding in some plants. And it's just like the clipping is so weird when you're using like the platforms and the half walls. Things just want to clip a certain way. But then of course I kind of just like went in and added some more clutter items, reorganized things in the dining room, so at least you could use 2 of the chairs in there and you weren't stuck with nothing. And then I just wanted to add some more stuff. I put in that trunk that is technically it's a dresser, but I was like, they don't even really need dressers, so we're gonna add a bunch of clutter on top. And then I cut out a lot of like the front entryway because it was just me messing around with stuff, going through things. And I just put in like some shoes and some other like odds and end things. I ended up just leaving this wall in here empty because the doors are right there. So I was like, meh, we really don't need too much. And then of course I forgot to add rugs. So I had to go in and kind of change some stuff out, and I just added some more clutter. But I hope you guys enjoyed this build as much as I enjoyed making it. I will be posting speed builds twice a week for you guys. But other than that, I hope everyone has a good day, afternoon, night, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye.